Hey, folks, happy Sunday. Jesus, I'm losing my voice already. Holy crap. Thought I'd hop on, just waiting for Brady to jump on. He said he's just getting set up, so he'll be along shortly. But I figured I'd pop on, say hello to everybody, wish everybody a happy Sunday. I mean, it's always nice doing a podcast on a Sunday night. It's a little bit easier. Most people are home because why? It's the end of the weekend. You got to go to work tomorrow, which sucks ass. So it's always bittersweet doing the podcast because I'm like, yeah, I have so much fun doing it, but I'm like, damn, it means my fucking weekend's over. But what a way to go out, right? So we have some great stuff lined up for tonight. Tonight, it's going to be pretty cool tonight. So we thought, hey, how about we do the best cliffhangers in horror movies? Because there's so many great cliffhangers. Now, granted, we're going to cover movies that, like, say it's the first film in a franchise has a cliffhanger, and then there's going to be a ton more after that. But we're just going to cover that because the initial ending of that film before they did anything else was technically a cliffhanger. And I didn't do every single film in each franchise because it just takes too much. So I put a bunch of stuff together on a slide, and we'll just discuss them all. And some that you think are cliffhangers, some that you may not think is a cliffhanger because maybe it did button up the story. So let's just wait for Brady to pop in and say hello to whoever's hanging out in the chat with us tonight. Buddy Jordan Decker. This is a great topic. Lots to cover here. Yeah, there's so many. When I started looking at it, I would have did some more, but I just kind of ran out of time. The wife had me doing honey-do list shit today. So I didn't have too much time to do stuff on the channel. Plus, here in Northeast Pennsylvania, holy shit, it's cold out. We had to put the heat back on because it's so windy and cold. The hell is that all about? Our good buddy, moderator, and good friend, Bill, the Everscathed, is here. Give him his proper intro since he has entered our realm. Where the hell is it? Oh, there it is.
Fuck the other Everscathed. Fuck you for sending me this shit.
Who else is here? Hey, Gene, what's going on? Good buddy, Colin. It's always my weekend began on Sunday night. I'm off. Yeah, this is it. That's what's nice. This is good for Colin. This is his weekend is just starting. Gotta envy you. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I did. I did jump the gun. I put the Tales from the Dark Side shirt. I couldn't wait. You know why I couldn't wait? Because I didn't. I had like just a boring shirt on, and this was laying on the table back here because from when I got it. So I was like, you know what? So I just put it on. Spoiler alert: I have a Tales from the Dark Side shirt. So sorry, I jumped the gun just a little bit too early. And I think we're probably going to be doing it this weekend. I think everything's still good. We'll discuss it a little bit further if it's Friday or Saturday or what we're going to do. But I'm pretty sure I'm good for next weekend to do it. So how's everybody's weekend going? Maybe we'll kill a couple minutes more before we get ready to pop on. He said he was setting up. Let me see if he sent me any other messages. Nope, he says he's getting set up. And that was about 10 minutes ago. So he should be appearing shortly. Anybody up and ask you shall receive. And there he is. Just like that. Press on.
Did you say anything bad about me?
Oh, the shit you should have heard, man. Go back and listen to it later. I'm like, that motherfucking bastard, son of a bitch, prick. You freaking prick.
Bastard. He's trying to finish up dinner and he's putting a big screen TV up on my neighbor had the wall put up outside. So he's just had a brick paver done, but had the brick wall. We had to mount the freaking TV up on the outside. So hey, looks like we might be doing reviews too. Us too. We'll probably have to take your idea. How about that?
Nice. Well, hey, gotta help out the neighbors. Lord knows I'm always hanging out with my neighbor.
Hi, Gene. Yeah, and Pat, it was 1 year ago. I saw it just popped up on my Facebook feed that we took a picture at a bar with Mike from Chiller Theater. Hard to believe it's been a year
that's
ago.
right. That's right. It was 1 year ago. This weekend that we were Chiller Theater hanging out. That's true. Yeah, it would have been nice to get there again, but yeah. There's always one in. I think there's one. Is someone in August? I think there's one in August.
They do 2 a year, I think, right, bud?
Yeah, it's like September. I don't know, sometime in the early fall. Maybe we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
What do we got in the chat? Have you already said hello?
I did say hello to everybody. Let's see. Gene saying hi as well. Hey, James.
Hi, Gene.
Yeah, that was. I didn't even know she had cancer. I didn't know she had cancer.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, it's what a surprise!" But it's their privacy. I think I saw some posts. People were like, "Oh my God, nobody knew." It's just, it just happens, right?
Some people just like to keep it private. Hey, look at P.B. Herman. Nobody knew he was dying of cancer. Yeah, some people just, some people want it to be out there, and some people don't. So I respect that.
There's a documentary coming out about him. Did you see that? I think it's going to be on HBO, if I'm correct.
On Pee Wee Herman, really?
Yeah, Paul Rubens. Yeah, I should send you the link for the
Interesting.
trailer.
Yeah, I
I'll be
wouldn't mind.
curious
I'd
to
watch
watch
that.
that.
I loved Pee Wee Herman's Pee Wee's Playhouse back in the day, and when he was in some odd
Pee
movies
Wee's
here and
Big
there,
Adventure. Come on, right?
especially in Cheech and Chong films. When he'd pop up, it was good stuff.
One scene in the Blues Brothers, right?
Yeah, just one. It's just like wrong.
Have you said hello to the chat, or did I miss that? You probably did. I don't know who else was on there.
I did say hello to everybody in the chat.
Bill's there.
Ryan popped up. He was the man back in the day. What's going on? What's on, Ryan? What's shaking, buddy?
Hey,
Eli,
Brian. Yeah, Pee Wee was awesome. Oh, $45 for Elmer T. Lee. That's awesome. I'd pay $90 for that, but that's nice.
That's it, man.
You've got a great collection.
Your money. He's got a hell of a collection of
He
bourbon.
already has, Pat. He already has.
Well, Eli, you got to send us pictures of your collection. We want to see it.
Yes,
and
I want to
Brett's
see
got to
it
get a picture
too.
of his too.
Yeah, all Bill and Pat had to do was open up a overhead cabinet, and they're like, Jesus.
Yeah, we opened up the cabinet. It was like opening up the briefcase in Pulp Fiction. We were like, wow, it's beautiful.
I told you.
Never seen anything like it.
Lisa didn't open that up until like a month or two before you were here. She's like, Jesus Christ. It's like
the boss didn't know how much shit you bought.
She's like, well, I know you're not drinking it that fast. I'm like, nope.
I guess that's a plus, right?
It is a plus. How did your weekend go, by the way? Okay.
Yeah, not bad. We had a busy day yesterday, and then today it's windy, cold here in the Northeast. It's not rain. It rained like hell yesterday. So there we are, the cemetery, burying my parents' ashes, and it's freaking pouring. So other than that, it's just it was a busy, crazy weekend. I was out. I was so tired because we went to the cemetery yesterday. Then we went out to lunch. Then we went out to the brewery. I came home and I was out. I was asleep at like 7:30. I woke up at like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh, really?
I screwed up everything for me because then I went back to bed. I slept late. So lazy Sunday. I did some chores that the wife forced upon me. But other than that,
hey, it happens.
Still did not get the package. Wow.
Oh man, that's a shit, Colin. Yeah, keep just.
Yeah, that sucks.
What the hell, man?
Post office blows. Paul Rubens had a cameo.
Darren and
moved back to the beach. He had a lot of cameos back in the day. We could do that, especially when that comes around. Maybe do like a think of his cameos.
Back to the Beach. Wow, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Pat, there's two of them, baby. Two of them here from whenever we're gonna do something fun, right?
That's right. Look at that. Tales from the Dark Side, folks. Two to give away.
Sealed. Two of them.
Ryan Underwood says,
yay.
Not having a wife to give me chores. That in the house sure is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's, I can see that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's cool.
What you drinking?
All right.
Anything?
Oh, I didn't even pour anything yet. What did I get here? I don't know. Last night I was going to have some beers when I came back from the brewery. Blue Moon. I just got Blue Moon.
That place I messaged you guys Friday, that Soda Hop, it's a blood orange wheat. I got the 4-pack for $4 off. So I was like, ooh.
Blood orange wheat.
Cody driving in LA.
Yeah, be careful.
Jordan.
8 months already. Beer really passes the time. Yes, it does. Remember, for 8 months, Jordan's be ready, folks, because he's working hard on getting his channel up and running. So he's got some episodes in the can. So he might have it in the can. I don't know if he's a little weird. He might go that way.
He's really putting it 110% in to make sure it's right.
Yeah,
God, he's better than you and I, Pat.
Much better than me. I'd be lucky if I gave it 10%. Sorry, driving in LA. Yeah, man. Might keep your eyes on the road, man. That's some scary area out there. Scary.
Man, you could smell the blood orange in this blood orange wheat.
But so I figured, you know what, we'll jump right in because everybody wants to talk about the. I just thought of this last night because I know we talked about like doing like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon type thing, and I'm like, I have that set up, by the way. Yeah, we could definitely work on that for next week. Because I'm like, I don't think I have enough time to set it all up and get, do the whole thing because the last night. So I just, what, we didn't do a cliffhanger. So that was easy. I threw a bunch of slides together of some cliffhangers that I thought of, and we could just discuss them with everybody, see if it's a true cliffhanger. And like I was telling everybody, there's cliffhangers that, of course you're going to see Halloween on here, but of course there was a billion movies after that. So it did end on a cliffhanger, and of course it was resolved after that. But we're just talking about since that movie came out, the initial shock of that cliffhanger, like wow, like holy shit. So I figured we'll go that way because I'm like, I can't put every single entry in a franchise on here because a lot of them end on cliffhangers.
Yeah,
Hey,
cliffhangers,
Leanna.
surprise endings. Hi, Leanna. And Daniel was in the chat before. If we didn't say hi, hi, Daniel. And Cody's out in LA, buddy.
There he is. What's up, Daniel? He's in LA. I love LA. Nice.
That's Phil. Who is that? That's the guy in The Blind Date, right? His buddy that says that. I love LA. Remember that?
Well, it was a song too, wasn't it? Was that Randy Newman?
Oh, maybe that's why he was singing it.
Yeah, it was a song. I think it was Randy Newman singing it. I hear it in my head, and it sounds like him. But
remember that guy's like, I go under her dress. What do we find? A garter belt. Every girl you go out with has a garter belt. That's that guy. I forgot the actor's name. He was the one that proposed to Linda Kozlowski in the first Crocodile Dundee. Same actor. I forgot his name.
Oh yeah, I know. I can see him, but I can't think of his name. Always look like a used car salesman.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely. Jordan says he can now hit the thumbs up button now. Thanks for the shout out. It's definitely a lot of work to get shit up and running. It definitely is. People don't realize how time consuming getting stuff up is. Well, I mean, not that kind of stuff. That's a little bit easy. That's
why you always tell me when your kids get older, you have more time.
Yeah, that's it. If my kids were here, I would be doing this right now. I wouldn't have any time because they just the same way they're up your butt, Brett. They were up my butt. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
I know. I remember those days. Bill says not horror, but Empire Strikes Back has a great cliffhanger ending. Yeah. No. I'm your father. Well,
it makes you wonder if that ending didn't happen, would we have had the same ending to Halloween 2? Because that's what a lot of people thought, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Right around the same time.
Father.
But yeah, let's go through a bunch of cliffhangers and see what you guys think, and you guys throw some more in the chat. So I just picked up a few. This one was one of the ones that really shocked me when I first saw Saw. And of course everybody goes, I knew all along. Well, yeah, I kind of had an inkling that he was maybe still alive, but after a while, he's sitting there for an hour and a half. He hasn't moved. I'm like, well, maybe he really is dead. But that was a great cliffhanger ending and a big shock ending. And it foreshadowed a lot.
Yeah, it was. What's funny was that what's his name? Toby. What's the actor's name? Toby. Why am I thinking? Can't think of his last name.
Which one?
This guy. And that's Saw, like the villain.
Oh, Tobin Bell.
Tobin Bell, not Toby. Tobin Bell. I had seen him in a ton of stuff, right? And like when he did this, it's like now this is what he's going to be known for.
Yeah, who knew, right? Because I mean, hey, you always remember him as Bleecker Bob in the Seinfeld series. when they were going to try to sell the records to get money.
He was, if you remember Clint Eastwood in The Line of Fire, he's the guy in the beginning of the movie that's trying to go with the fake money, and Clint Eastwood gets him, busts him.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to kill his partner at the beginning.
He was really in a lot of stuff, but this really made him like a household name. What's everybody putting in here? Hey, Slasher Fred, what's up? I don't know if this is a cliffhanger, but I think the ending of the 1920 horror classic, The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, because it raises the question of who was sane and who was mad. I actually have seen that, but God, it's been a dog's age since I've seen it. I have to go back and rewatch it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I do. Because I used to watch, my dad used to watch a lot of old films back in the day. I used to love watching them. And I remember seeing that, but I don't remember it. I wouldn't, not enough to comment on it. The Evil Dead, yeah, I was going to put that on there. I didn't get a chance to because the camera zooms through the cabin right at his face and then goes right to black. Absolutely. That's a good one. This, I do have a slide for this. On Elm Street. That was a cliffhanger. Sure. Cody Snyder gifted a membership. Let's see if it worked, buddy. Thank you. Trisha McMasters, welcome to the club.
Trisha McMasters.
Trisha McMasters.
Okay.
Thanks so much. Awesome. Welcome to the club.
Excuse me. Sorry.
And there's our buddy. What's up, Turd Nuggets? It's Cody Decker in the house. I would expect no less.
Cody Decker. I don't know. He better win a subscription one day, or he or she should win a subscription one day. Let's just.
I'm hoping. You had to have seen Saw to say you saw Saw. If you saw Saw, you know what scene this is in Saw. Yeah, Saw, it kind of is like a little bit of a tongue twister. I slit the sheet I slit, not a slit the sheet I slit.
So, I think, Jordan, we should be talking to Cody Decker about he's using your likeness there, one of your creations, as his avatar. That's a bunch of bullshit.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
You heard me, Cody, not Snyder.
I called the ending of Saw in 5 minutes into the movie. As I saw Joe Tobin Bell lying on the floor, leaned into my friend, told him the guy's going to stand up at the end to be the villain. Phantasm franchise has a bunch of good ones. They have that on here. The Thing.
I don't know whichever Saw. I think it's Saw 3 that opens with them ripping apart his body. Do you remember that? It's when they're ripping apart Jigsaw's body. It's like an autopsy.
I forget.
Did I ever tell you this story when I saw it in the theater?
No,
some guys that were stoned in front of us that were freaking out. They're
oh god,
they're like you were watching. He's like, "Oh my god, was that his wiener?" These guys were stoned, like talking throughout the whole beginning.
Yeah,
like, oh
I know. I've
god,
seen them.
They're ripping them apart.
I think I've seen all of them, if not most of them, and it's like they all bleed into each other. So I really don't remember. I'm not a big Saw guy. Like I've seen them all, and I probably watched them maybe once. I mean, I do agree. The last one, Saw X, was probably the best one since the first two.
After the first one, I think I watched them all once.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I just watched them all once. I never saw the Chris Rock one. Did you see the Chris Rock one?
I didn't think it was as bad as people made it out to be. It's not great.
I wasn't avoiding it. I just forgot about it.
It was
to be honest with you.
awful. It's just different.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Look at the glass that I got out. The Michael's Horrid Pins. Shout out to him. He had Danielle Harris in his store.
Yeah. I have that glass somewhere. It must be upstairs mixed in with everything. But yeah, we just watched American Psycho not that long ago, and leaves you wondering, like, hey, was this all in his head? Did he dream? Did he imagine all this? They all get that one. The whole movie with Stallone was a cliffhanger.
And that movie's awesome. I don't care what anybody says. That movie.
I like Cliffhanger. That's a great movie. I haven't seen it in forever. Halloween 5. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, of course it was a cliffhanger. 5 cliffhanger ending. The original Fog has sort of a cliffhanger, but it is really a surprise ending because Father Malone is wondering why he was spared, but then Blake returns and attack him. Actually, I put this on here as a cliffhanger ending because you never know. I mean, they came back and took him, but that's not to say they didn't do anything else. So I always wondered if it was. I would love to have seen a part 2, but it probably was better that they didn't.
Yeah,
that was probably better. Halloween 5 is the best sequel of the series. Cody Decker's going to get his ass handed to him one of these days.
Damn right. Yes.
Hey,
Joey.
What's up, Joey? Jordan says, American Psycho still makes him scratch his head. Which head is it making you scratch? Not sure what the fuck actually happened. I know it's still. It is.
Got it out there right away.
Oh, yeah. I ran with it before anybody else did it. Hey, Teen, what's up, buddy? Breezy, what's shaking? Halloween 4. Halloween 4 is a hell of a sequel, and what a hell of an ending that's got. That's on here, too. All right. So we have, of course, American Psycho. And come on. I mean, forego the other 2 that came out, or the other 3, because they're all a bunch of garbage. I mean, especially the ones with Springsteen's sister. They're just unwatchable. They were only okay just for the nudity. That's about it. But I remember renting this in the 80s, and when I saw the ending of this, I was like, what the fuck? No. And if you said you were thinking that's what the end of the story, like, people say, oh, I figured it out. Bullshit. There's no way you figured that one out. Sorry. Unless you read the script.
Yeah.
The Mist. Wow. The Mist. Hey, that's on my list.
The Mist. Do you have it on? Okay, well, we'll talk about that. Okay.
Yeah, it's coming along. Yeah.
She has that face. She has that signature face that she takes when you get a photo op with her all the time.
Yeah, she does.
Now, she doesn't wear the prosthetic though, right? That's the whole thing, or she did, or
she did. She
story
had
about that.
Yeah, she had an outfit made with the prosthetic, and I know it was the big thing that she was doing it one, but I think she kind of got a little bit of a backlash. Like, everybody's like, that was kind of in a little bit poor taste. I think she got a little bit of backlash.
I would think so.
She did do it, and yeah, I think she got a little bit of backlash. And I never saw it again. I could be wrong, but I know a lot of people online were like, seriously? I mean, is this what have you sunk this low to making money now?
You imagine if Ted Levine would do a convention, he's much older now, and they gave him all this money to go do his Buffalo Bill dance.
Oh, could you imagine? Oh my God, could you imagine?
I would take a picture with him in a heartbeat that way.
Sleepaway Camp was more of a stiff hanger.
Ooh, yes. Yes.
Two of Dean's favorites back to back. Yeah. Wiener or not, I'd let her see it.
Yes. Yes.
She's a beautiful woman. Man, she's aged gracefully. She's a beautiful woman. Jason Goes to Hell, best cliffhanger. Yeah, I didn't pick out every single one in each franchise because it's just too much. Just too much.
In a way.
No, I don't have to. I agree.
I guess the Friday the 13th series has some, but that's kind of like the major one. Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty much the major one. Yeah. Aside from the first one, as far as I'm concerned.
Fucking ball fair.
All right. So what's next? Oh, come on. The OG. And everybody could say it was resolved because, he's sitting there, but it doesn't say. It just leaves him sitting there. You don't know if they released him or they sent him to a psych ward. Did he go to jail? You really don't know. It just focuses on him and then steps away until how many years later? 10, 20, 22 years later? When they came out with Psycho 2?
20-something years, like 20.
22, because that was 60, right? And that was 82.
Bill, if she does that photo, if she does that photo where you and I are at a convention together, you and I are going to do that together, literally, and smile.
If the three of us are at a convention, we are so getting a picture of the three of us by Mr. Winky. We'll all be like this.
He found Captain Winky.
We found Captain Winky. Oh yeah, we have to get together and do a photo op with that.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
I Living Dead with all rednecks shooting zombies and Ben left with other mayhem. Yeah, that's on my list. It's coming. Yeah, it's one of my favorite films.
Is Dawn on your list?
Could be.
There's no way Dawn's. Okay.
Now Blair Witch. I wish when I saw this, I didn't see this in the theater. I rented it on VHS, and I was just like, I'm like, is he taking a piss? Because what's he doing? It was like he's taking a piss. But you know what? People were going, because for those of my age group that remember this, people went apeshit thinking that this was real. But no.
Yeah, this movie was a big shock. God, the hype was just out there when this came out, right?
84 movie, The Last Starfighter ends on a cliffhanger with Maggie joining Alex and the two go off into space. Oh yeah, I mean, there's so many cliffhangers in any movie that we could do. I was like, I'll just keep it to heart, see what people have to say. Oh, of course, the granddaddy of them all. Right till Carpenter is getting his star, right? He's saying, we're still not going to tell you who was the thing.
Isn't that something? In like the video game, there was a PlayStation 2 video game where they kind of like hinted at it when you walked past them. There was a part in that PlayStation 2 video game. That's a question for Jeff, by the way. Hey, I'm surprised nobody else is talking about Buffalo Trace in the chat. I guess you guys left that up to me to talk to Jeff about Buffalo Trace, by the way.
Oh, I saw it and I didn't get a chance to comment back. I did see that, though.
I thought he heard us talking about that at least once.
Oh, yeah. Psycho 2 is my favorite in the franchise. I mean, I know the original is iconic, but Psycho 2, because you remember, it was 82, was like, that was like when I was really just starting to like get into horror movies because I'd seen Halloween in 1980, and I loved that movie. I saw that before I saw the original. I went back and watched the original after, and I'm like, it's good, but I think part 2 is better. Sorry.
No, it's blasphemy. To be honest with you, I don't think any of the sequels are as bad. I think they're all
no. I don't think any.
3's got its moments.
Yeah, 3's not bad. I don't mind 3. 4, yeah, shout out to late great Halsey. It was good. Cody Decker, what does he got? As that neighbor Mike or Michelle of yours would say, this movie fucking sucks. Oh, we watched. And I left
That
the
was
man
probably
cave.
about Blair Witch.
We watched. What did we watch the other night? Fuck, House of the Devil. We watched
you guys
House of the
watch-
Devil.
Oh, okay.
And we were just so disappointed. I left. I'm like, shit, we didn't do our review, so I have to go back in the man cave and do the review.
You know what? I see if your things got. I want you to watch Companion, Pat. I'm curious to see if you guys would like Companion. Because Companion was really good. I enjoyed it.
I have not seen it. Remember you telling me about it?
I would have to message Mike right away if he thought that movie sucked. Because
no, he does like some stuff, but House of the Devil I thought was going to be better, but that movie, I'm sorry, aside from the last 10 minutes, was we were gonna go to bed because I was starting to fall asleep. I was like, so this movie would have been better.
Oh,
yeah. Have you seen it?
I have not.
Yeah. I wouldn't tell anybody not to watch it, but man, holy crap! I mean, slow burn. That was like a reverse burn. It was so fucking slow to like the last 10 minutes.
The
last 10 minutes were okay, but and then it just that ended on a cliffhanger because she was just like, "That's how we're ending." Save it, cliffhanger. It's more like blue balls. Like you wanted more, and all of a sudden it's done.
We'll have to talk about Sinners when we talk about what we watched too. That was an interesting time.
The original ending to Orphan was a cliffhanger because Lena is putting on her makeup, and the police arrive and she greets them, and it raises the question if she'll be arrested. Yeah, that's a good one. Orphan, that was one that threw me for a loop. I watched that one for the first time with my wife. My wife doesn't usually watch anything, and we were both like, we didn't see that coming.
I thought that was awesome. I love Orphan. And the sequel's not bad too because it's a prequel, but she's not exactly the villain, so that's why you got to watch it. There's a good little.
I have to see it.
Twist around it with that one.
Yeah, I didn't. I have to see the prequel. I have yet to watch it. Alan says Fulci zombie with the zombies walking over the Brooklyn Bridge, stating the Western world has been overrun and not just isolated to the island where it all began. Great iconic ending. Yeah, I haven't watched Fulci zombie in a long time. That one, it was just I read that simply because of the cover of that VHS iconic zombie photo. That's how I found that.
We have. Oh. Yeah, the cream.
Oof,
yeah, that's
good stuff.
Well, I can't wait for the sequel. Can't wait for the sequel.
You and me both. I really like this movie. I'm looking forward to the sequel. And what a way it ends because it's so like inconspicuous. Like you see the guy raking the leaves, they're just walking, but nope, look in the back. There's somebody walking in the background. So this was going to be this should be very, very interesting when it comes out. When is this coming out? In the fall?
I don't know.
I don't know when it's coming out.
A date yet.
You liked House of the Devil? So, dude, I love you, Bill, but that was boring as fuck. Holy shit. I was expecting so much more. Aside from the last 5-10 minutes, that was a complete snooze fest.
Did you like Hard Eyes more?
I would watch Hard Eyes again over
Hard
that. Because at least there was some stuff going on through that to keep me awake. We're watching it. I start to doze off. I look over. He's fucking snoring. I'm like, man, this movie sucks, huh? We both fall asleep. Joey says, Brett, she's curious to hear your thoughts on Sinners.
Well, we could talk about it now if Joey's going to leave. Do you want me to? I could give a brief thing, or
you can discuss it. Yeah, you can give a couple of thoughts on it. Yeah, no spoilers, but some thoughts. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know Joey said she had seen it too, and I think I just put a brief little post with our group chat. It's very well made. I like Michael P. Jordan and I like Ryan Coogler, the director. He wrote it, and he did the Creed movies. Obviously, being a Rocky fan, I really enjoyed those, and I enjoyed Michael B. Jordan as Apollo Creed's son. But this movie, it's cool how it's connected with history and everything. It was a slow burn. I like where the direction it went. I just don't know if I can watch it again. It really takes off like 2/3 into the movie. You're wondering when this is going to hit, And I will say probably post-credits, Pat, it has 2 post-credit scenes, and they actually mean something to the freaking movie. So it's worth that to stay and watch both post-credit scenes. I'm not going all gung-ho about it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I give it mediocre, Joey. I'll probably watch it again just because I guess there's a lot of stuff you catch the second time in viewing. So Yeah, I'd probably give it like a 6.5 out of 10 for me. Not
I'll watch it. Yeah, like I tell people, like even like I didn't
You-
like House of the Devil, but I'm not saying don't go watch it because you might like it. So go check it out.
you respect history a lot, and I think you'll really like. You know a lot with going on in the South and cotton fields and all that. It's hard guys. Hard guys.
Yeah, like oh, do we have to do another episode of the porno names? Come on.
Yes, yes.
And of course, the iconic ending to
Part of
the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre. She gets away, and there's Leatherface doing his Leatherface dance.
Mhm.
I mean,
I
this
like.
is iconic as all hell. And then she doesn't appear again till they brought her back in the Netflix one. Correct me if I'm. Was she in any other one before that? I don't think so, right? I mean, it wasn't her; it was her character because she had since died.
I thought so, right? Yeah, because she only died a few years ago, right? In
Yeah,
real
she
life?
died a few years ago. Yeah, but yeah, this was a great one. Yeah, exactly. We'll put we can do another one of those streams. I have no problem with that.
Oh yeah, those were great streams because we'd have to go back and see what we put in.
I mean, who would have thought we could
We'll
do it
just
for like
repeat it,
3.5,
who cares?
almost 4 hours worth of board names? Holy shit! I'm like, oh, this shouldn't
I
last
might
too
have to
long.
make
Yeah,
it a
almost.
longer.
What's that?
I don't know. You got to get up early. I might have to make it a longer night if Davey's doing a watch along of Major League.
I was going to say
Tonight.
not to rush through our podcast, but if we can get it done on a reasonable hour, I was going to go outside, have a cigar, and check out this stream because I'm looking forward to watching Major League again.
I think so too. I think
Oh.
think that would be awesome. Yes, let's count me in.
Those, I mean, most of them in the chat are know of our good friend Davey Death Ray. If you don't, one of the mods want to throw his channel in there, please. He's doing at 10 o'clock Eastern. He's doing a watch along of Major League. Brett and I are big fans of that, so we'll probably be tuning in for that. So you guys should go check out Davey's channel and tune in as well. We'll be over there post podcast hanging out.
Yep, that's why I sent you that one picture. I thought it was fitting. I was like,
Yeah, I was wondering. I kind of figured you saw that. Love TCM 74. It's classic. Star Trek 2, Wrath of Khan ends on the cliffhanger
Great.
because you have the final shot of Spock's coffin. That's a good one. That's one of the better Star Trek. I was never a big Star Trek movie guy, but that's one of the better ones.
Big Star Trek fans, that was emotional for him. And it was even emotional when Kirk got killed by Rob Zombie's Dr. Loomis. The Rob Zombie Dr. Loomis killed the Captain Kirk Myers mask character.
There you go, folks. Go check out Davey's channel. I know a lot of people in chat. There's a lot of cross-pollination, but if you haven't checked out, go check out Davey's channel. Good stuff going on, and we'll definitely be over there post podcast.
Davey's a great guy. Great guy.
Great guy. Actually, he did a podcast. He did one last night for something, and I forget what the hell it was. And I slept right, like I said. By the time we got back from the brewery, I wasn't drunk or anything, but I was just so tired. The day was draining. You know, burying your parents. I mean, even though they've been gone for a bit, it's a little draining. Had a couple of drinks. I just sat in the chair, and that was it. I was out. And then like 1 o'clock in the morning, I woke up. I'm like, all right, now I'm awake. Now what? That's why I set all this stuff up.
You're like, whoa.
But of course, this is the iconic one. What's that?
Oh yeah. No, I was saying, like you're saying, 1 a.m. That was the time I woke up my wife last night, 1 a.m, because that new movie Havoc that's on Netflix, so fucking good. We'll talk about that later. I enjoyed it at least, but there's a loud shooting scene, like in a club in that movie. Oh man.
Oh my God, if I woke my wife up at 1 o'clock in the morning, she'd be like, "Go to bed, I'm not in the mood." That's the first thing that'd be out of her mouth.
She's like, "The kids just went to bed an hour ago."
Don't touch me. Don't touch.
Get away from me. Oh. You know what I want?
I don't know if you would call this, but I picked the ending of the underrated movie, The Skeleton Key. I thought of The Skeleton Key. That's actually a good one. I like that movie.
That was not a disappointing movie to watch when you first saw it.
What's that?
That wasn't a disappointing movie when you first saw it.
No.
Skeleton Key.
And shout out to anybody in the chat or watching this after the fact. So Friday, June 13th, I will be at the Blairstown Diner, which is the site of the diner from the OG, and the town. I'm going to hit all the sites. I'm going to hit the diner. So if anybody wants to meet up, I was going to reach out to Frank and see if he was going to be around. And because I know they usually do, and that's the only Friday the 13th in this calendar year. And this year is the 45th anniversary of the OG. So I'm taking the day off. I'm going to go hang out. Why don't you get a cheap flight, right? We'll do it all over again. If you can get a cheap flight, come out for the weekend, and you don't have to stay in the hotel. You can just stay at the house.
That would be stellar.
I'm so in on a porno name stream. Yeah, I know Cody. Cody's always up for porno. Who isn't? Porno should get you. It should get you up. It's a natural progression. Hopefully,
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, that's the Friday the 13th thing at in Crystal
oh,
Lake.
that's right. You guys are doing
Yeah.
that. All right, you can't. All right, now you just can't.
Yeah,
go.
because I'm gonna try to get my sister to go because she lives in McHenryville, which is down the road there. So yeah,
I'll get some people
I'm
to go.
definitely pretty much in on that.
I'll probably get Miserable Mike to come. Leanna, why don't you drive up this way? Come meet up. See who else I can get to
What
to
time
come.
you're going in the afternoon? Probably though, right?
I'm going to take the day off. Yeah, I'll probably take the day off and just spend the day over there, hang out, and stop for a beer or
We
two.
could always
and,
do a. We could just go live dual streaming from both places if the sound isn't too bad.
yeah, we could. Yeah, look at that cross pollination. Yeah, we could double team. And you too, Decker. If you want to come down, not the Cody Decker because I'm scared of him. Jordan, you want to come down and go to the Friday 13th thing? You can all crash here. Yeah, but this is one of the OG ones. I mean, granted, you had Cliffhangers on pretty much every one of the Friday the 13th, but this was the one that really kicked it all off. So that's why I had to put that one up there. And you knew this was going to be up there. I mean, come on.
Oh hell yeah!
This is just classic, one of our favorites, and we love the great time. Because you always wonder what would have happened. You know, like day 2 of what happened the next day. Like Porky's 2 the next day. Cody's Decker's emojis are confusing. Please explain.
What was the emoji? Let's see here. Let's see what he was talking about.
I stepped out of the room to grab my dinner. When is the Friday 13th deal? I'll get info in the group chat. Oh, yeah. No, I was saying if you want, so there's only one Friday 13th this calendar year, which is Friday, June 13th. I'm going to go to the original sites. I'm probably not going to go to the camp because the camp is probably all set up for trips that day, and they charge so much money. And I've been there, done it. But you can walk around the town. You can see all the sites around the town, and you can do. You can go to the usually the diner does a little con and usually has some people from the franchise there, so I'll do that. Ending of the original Child's Play is a cliffhanger. Yeah, that freeze frame shot of Andy as the door closes, and you know he will be haunted by his experience with Chuck for the rest of his life. Yeah, but like I said, I ran out of time. I was too busy doing shit. But yeah, that's another one I would have got up there too. And there it is.
This movie. Oh
The
god.
Mist. What a bleak ending that is, huh?
Unreal. Just had to wait a few minutes, right?
Oh, exactly. Story of my life. Just need a couple more minutes. Road less traveled. Yeah.
Story of my life.
Parts unknown. Yeah. So yeah, this is what I haven't watched The Mist in a while. We should put this on the watch list. What year did this come out? Is this be hitting any anniversaries anytime soon? I forget what year this was.
It's got to be the late 2000s.
Yeah, because we can put that on the list. It's been a minute since I watched it. Man, is it freaking bleak. Bleak is all
2007.
hell. All right, so we had 2 years. And this one right here, this was one of the more shock twist endings, for Carrie when at the end when Amy Irving is there and she's dreaming, as you find out after the fact. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen this movie, it's over 50 years old for fuck's sake. And then you see Carrie's arm. What's that?
Amy Irving. That's ex Mrs. Steven Spielberg, right?
Ex Spielberg. That is true.
She doesn't have to work too much again. She probably got a lot of money.
No, hey, God bless him. He got 2 hotties. He got Amy Irving and what's the one he's married to now? It's hot as hell. Kate Capshaw. Yep, he got 2 hotties, so can't fault that guy. Cody says, I remember a dude complaining about this ending at King in high school to the class. I'm assuming The Mist or Carrie? Probably The Mist.
Can we put Jason Takes Manhattan as a cliffhanger ending? He turned into a boy.
I was going to bring. I actually was going to put that. So I was going to do all of them. If I had more time, I would have did all the sequels too. But I'm like, I just didn't have the time to do it. It's a little time consuming.
We should put the worst endings ever. Did we ever do the worst endings?
I forget. We do. I have to look back. Yeah, that's the one I forgot to do too. It's the Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Yeah, that's a big cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
Friday 5 got a cliffhanger. Yeah. The Rage Carry 2.
Oh,
Not bad.
not bad. I know you
don't
probably
mind
won't
it.
have a picture of it, but the movie I talk about a lot, the Hidden from 1987, has kind of a, you kind of know what happens, but you don't. So in a way, it is a cliffhanger ending. So
Good movie. I forgot about it, to be honest with you.
yeah,
Of course,
beautiful day at the ballpark.
the end of The Shining, because you kind of wonder what's going on. It is a bit of a cliffhanger. Like, how did this all happen? Did they get away? What happens? And then, of course, like I said, we do find out what happens after the fact on a lot of these films. But when I'm just talking about specifically when they were released and boom, it ended, you're like, whoa, wait a second. He goes, I'm a big fan of Dr. Sleep. I love that movie.
Dr. Sleep. What's the director? Mike. Is that Mike Wagner? Right? Is he? Or am I saying the wrong name?
Help us out in the chat. I know I can see him. I just can't think of his name.
555 Shoe. Shoe betcha.
This
Mike
is Mrs.
Flanagan.
Shoe. Mike Flanagan.
Sorry,
you.
Mike Flanagan.
This is Mrs.
Not
Shoe.
very
This is the Shoe family. The
You want
miniseries
somebody
V.
dead?
Yeah,
I'll
V
kill him.
I'll kill him. A cliffhanger. It shows Mike Donovan, Julie Perry sitting out. Yeah, V was good. I remember watching that. I used to watch that with my mom. My mom loved that show.
That's something my brother can talk about forever. Leanna, Michael Jackson's Thriller. That's a good one. I like that. Gives any smiles. He's like, yeah.
Oh yeah, he smiles like ha, and you hear Vincent Price laughing.
Did you have They Live on here?
I ran out of time. I was gonna put a lot of Carpenter on here, and I just ran out of time.
Hey, what's wrong, baby?
What's wrong, baby?
There it is. There it is.
Dawn of the Dead, the OG.
My favorite zombie movie of all time. Probably a few of ours favorite. Zombie
Oh yeah, a lot of people. But I just edge out the OG just because it's a little bit more sentimental. So to me, I like them in order. OG, this, and Day. No, stole it for the Atkins unboxing. That's good. Everybody gotta go check out the Bill's channel. Throw the link up there, Bill. He's doing the thing where he's doing all these unboxings. It was a lot of fun.
Damn right, Bill. Put it out.
Throw it up there. Come on.
Come on. Hurry.
Yeah, but Dawn of the Dead,
Yeah.
another great one. This one here, we just talked about this. I just watched this last week. It was on.
What is this?
I was waiting to see if I remember
War of
this.
the
This is
Worlds?
this is Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, that's a shot of Return of the Living Dead? Okay.
That's at the end. Remember when they launched it? Remember he's on the phone. He's like, wait, hear something? And that's when he launches the missile, and the missile blows up the whole area,
Do you want a party?
making it 1,000 times worse than it was before. Yeah,
The
Return of the
Colonel
Living
in
Dead.
that, right? The Colonel's such an
What
asshole.
He was.
I
such a
had that
dick.
for lunch.
Yeah, I had that for lunch. It's like, you know what? So you know what? Go shit up a rope. Fuck you. Imagine I came home. My wife doesn't cook. I usually cook most of the time because I'm usually home before her. And plus, she doesn't eat meat, so I just tend to cook anyway. Imagine I came home and she actually cooked me. I said, I already had that. I'd be wearing it. Hey, Lito. What's up, bud?
There you go, Lito. How you doing? I guarantee you Lito's watching the Cubbies.
I would think. I bet he is. We used it in our opening credits animation for our documentary about the film. Did you? That's it.
The game of the week.
Yeah, it's just great.
They're doing a big reunion at Days of the Dead next year, Pat. Like the November show that you went to this past year. Yeah,
Oh,
next
are they?
November they're having them all here.
Although this does sort of sum up the film, but it makes you wonder if they came back and killed Blake, did they stay? Did they go? Did they come back at a later date? Who knows? I just
Yeah,
threw it up there because to me it was always like part of that Carpenter, you know, bleak ending.
And we will, like, yeah, Pat brought up a good point, the Carpenter endings. We will be doing this with our friend Jeremy Moorhead with our Carpenter series we've done with him in the past. We do Carpenter endings sometime in June, I think we were talking, right, Pat? I think that's what he had said.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, after things
We're
settle
going to
down.
rank
for
our
him.
Carpenter endings. Yeah.
Alligator, 1980. Yeah, I haven't seen Alligator, God, in forever. Holy shit. We should do a whole slew of movies like that, like Alligator, Piranha. George is hitting 50, so we can probably wait till George hits 50 and just do a bunch of films like that. Tom Matthews and CJ Graham photo op. Yeah. Leo's alternating between the Cubs and the NBA playoffs. So he's doing dual duty. And of course, this was mentioned before.
Yeah.
And then you get to see Freddie pull her mom through, which looked like it was like a small little mini house. Pulled her through the door.
The only time you saw the mom like sober, right?
Yeah, right.
That's like the only time. Right?
And this, like I said, this was definitely a cliffhanger. But of course, how many movies came after this, for damn sake? So sort of explained away a lot of different things. So yeah, it was the OG definitely had a cliffhanger. And we brought this up before. What is this? This is them shooting Ben in the head at the end of Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, yes.
Thought he was going to get away? You thought he was going to get away? They saw him moving, thinking he was a zombie, and they shot him right between the eyes. Another bleak ending. Nobody survived.
Nobody. Dead.
Hard tap. Freddie pulled my girlfriend right through that door window. Hey, the Mrs. What's her name? Tina's mom? I can't forget her name. She's going to show up when we do Tales from the Dark Side. She shows up in an episode as who's somebody like into like fortune telling and stuff, and something happens to her. I'm sure Bill remembers, but she was always cute. She was good looking. She was good to go.
They just showed an extended trailer for the new Final Destination movie. Did you see the trailer where the guy's nose ring is stuck to the chain while the fan is spinning the chain? Yes.
No, I didn't see that one.
Oh,
no, I didn't see that one.
I don't. Oh, I'm just gonna cringe seeing those deaths for the first time, like I've done all the other ones. Yeah.
That is right, Colin. Good shot. That's another one for the fire. What a shame. Poor Ben.
Horror on tap. So we've got a couple of different. Okay, I gotcha.
And of course, I had to throw this one up there. Like I said, I want to pick everyone from every franchise, but this was pretty iconic. I saw this in the theater, and everybody was like, "Whoa, holy shit!"
There is it would be nice to have an alternate universe where this continued, like with her like this.
Yeah,
it's just even back then, the PR for this would have been a nightmare, right?
it was. I mean, they did a hell of a job keeping this under wraps. I had no freaking clue
back then, right?
Yeah,
this would be tough to not.
Yeah, this would be tough to keep quiet. Exactly. Now,
it sucks with things nowadays.
Both the original ending and the theatrical ending to Little Shop of Horrors are a cliffhanger. Yeah, Little Shop. That's another one I haven't seen in a bit too. Good movie. Instead, this gave us the Cookie Woman. Yep, and Drunk Loomis.
Cookie Woman.
Although I do like Drunk Loomis. Her nipples are vertically. Come on, her nipples are vertically stacked. Oh. And here's another one. This was a big cliffhanger back in the day. Rosemary's Baby. What have you done to its eyes? Yeah, it's his father's eyes. I still haven't seen the prequel. I got to check out the prequel.
This sucked, didn't it? Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Cody. This movie sucked.
Same thing, Lito. I saw it that weekend it opened, that Friday night. Same thing. We were all like, whoa, what the hell?
Yep, Friday night when I was supposed to be going to see Bat 21. We just talked about that not too long ago.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but the Rosemary's Baby, yeah, this was definitely until you saw what the other movie, which kind of sucked. Look what happened to Rosemary's Baby. That kind of blew. But I've yet to watch the prequel. I have to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
And here, this was great. I'm a big fan of Psycho too. Because when he killed her, and then you're like, oh, there he goes. He's got a new stuffed his new stuffed doll to play with.
Imagine she turns around. She's like the cops in Halloween 5. Hey, someone's gonna get hurt with that thing.
Yeah. Believe it, no respect. It's the parents. Hey, someone's gonna get hurt with that thing. Yeah, this was a great ending. Never saw this coming. When she showed up and said that she was actually his mom, I'm like, wow, what the hell is this going? And when he grabbed the shovel and hit her over the head, I was like, whoa, holy shit, awesome. Yeah, one of my favorites. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Dean. Love this movie.
Hey, neighbor Mike, when was the last time you talked to him?
Just before he had his dog out, his dog ran over here.
I got to message him. I want to see what he thought of the draft. The football draft.
Yeah.
He probably was freaking.
I don't know, because that was on Friday, right?
First round was Thursday, second and third round Friday, and fourth, fifth, and sixth was yesterday.
Yeah, because Friday night we were watching the hockey games on one TV, and then we were watching that boring movie, The House of the Devil.
Yeah,
right.
Very good.
Right, Dean? When he hits her on the head, that whole chair just fucking comes apart. He fucking hits her so hard. That's true. Yeah, so good.
The dink.
Never meant to hit you over the hip with that shovel. Yeah, right. I haven't worked that out. It's been a minute since I've actually had that out. I got to find it.
It's good stuff. It's been a while, right?
I wish there was. wish there was a way to do this in alphabetical order.
Label them, you mean?
I think you're all fucked in the head.
Oh, right.
I think when I sent that to you and Joe, I think I was like, God, I must have been a few drinks in when I sent that to you. I'm like, oh, this is a good one.
Exactly. It sucked.
Actually, what's the guy saying? Stripes? There was one?
What?
There is one?
Yeah,
Is that
right.
what he says about the draft?
Yep, about the draft. Go to bed, Joe, before I get drafted, son. There ain't no draft no more. Well, there was one.
Oh, it's so good.
Just
Yeah, I
classic.
thought so too,
Fantastic.
Lito. I
What's
thought
Al Bears
so
had
too,
a great draft. Got some good stuff.
yeah, their odds are going a little bit better here now. So let's hope so. But got a good coach now. We hope he's going to be a good coach. He was the biggest name on the free agent, or available coaches, I should say. Hey Pat,
Yeah, but
that's how I know I'm getting older now.
What's that?
When the coaches are younger than me now.
I knew I was getting old when all the playmates' birth dates were after mine. That's when I started to feel old. Back in the day when you open up the centerfolds and you see their birth dates, they were always older than me. Then once I jumped over that, I'm like, man, do I feel old?
Jordan's right. Draft beer is great. Yes.
Love draft beer. Not gonna complain. But Phantasm is absolutely rules. This is a great twist ending at the end. Boy, gotta love it. Now this is a curveball. Let's see who recognizes this one. First horror movie I ever saw. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Their faces look kind of funny.
Cody Decker, Phantasm sucks. Them's fighting words.
Yeah, he's.
So,
Oh!
My uncle's house that night. It might have been stuff. Oh, that must have been awesome seeing them back to back. Ah, there you go. Don't be afraid of the dark. The OG from 1973.
Their
This scared
faces
the
look
shit out of me.
priceless.
Nice cliffhanger ending where they grab Sally and they drag her down into the old fireplace and She just disappears.
Lay down, Sally.
Good, good. Those are his testicles. Yeah, they do have a bit of ball heads. Or penis heads. Look at this one. Nice twist ending at the end of this classic.
Yes, I had that on my list if you didn't have that on here. Absolutely adore this movie.
Those are pillows. Yes. And we haven't done what year was this? Was this 90? 91? What year was this?
91 or 90, one of the two. But
Yeah,
remember this and Dancing with the Wolves, back-to-back Orion movies, and then Orion went under.
Yeah, because we'll have to check these out. Because we haven't watched it. Yeah. And yeah, Slash. I was gonna put that on because I'm a big fan of that movie.
91.
I meant to put Alice, Sweet Alice, at the very end because remember she has the bag and she's got the knife, and that was a cliffhanger ending. Yeah, good one.
I really wish that Jodie Foster would have done the sequel, but it is what it is. Julia Moore was a good replacement, but
she was. I enjoyed it. She was good.
Ray Liotta in that movie. Oh my god, that second movie.
Oh, when he's eating his brain,
he's cooking them.
He's good. That's hysterical. Bill just finished shooting a new video on Friday involving Mr. Lecter. Nice.
And help me if I remember. Doesn't he feed the kid some of it? Doesn't he feed the kid some of it on the plane?
What?
At the end, isn't that what happens? Or the kid wants to try it?
I forget. What of Ray Liotta's brain?
Yeah.
I forget. I haven't watched it in a minute. Yeah, she was good, but she wasn't Jodie. I always liked Julianne Moore. She was good in the Carrie remake. She was good as Carrie's mom. Howling was a good cliffhanger when the lead female shows up asking in a diner for steak done rare. Then Dee Wallace turns into a wolf live on air on the news broadcasting studio. Yeah, good movie. The Howling, great movie. I watched that not that long ago too. That just popped up and I watched it.
I guess I wouldn't call it a cliffhanger ending. Maybe it's a sad ending in a way. Is American Werewolf in London just because of what happens where they shoot him down and then he's a human and
right.
He's human at the end.
Yeah. He falls in love and then he gets killed. Yep. Well, of course, the granddaddy of them all. The reason for living.
Lito, that's you. Room. Lito, that's you in the picture. Or Jim Winberg.
Right. Yeah, this was the one that made me fall in love with horror when I saw that cliffhanger ending, and I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?" Scared the crap out of me. 8-year-old.
We were talking about that.
No, never read the book. What was that?
I think I saw the ending of the movie first. And this was one of my first visuals of the movie. Actually, was this shot? You're like, "Oh Jesus, where's he on the ground?"
Oh, really? You saw this first? Him laying on the ground?
Towards the end, and then I watched it again. I think my brother showed it to me later on. Yeah. And then isn't there the video supposedly of him walking away? Like all the footage, right?
It was up there years ago. I would have loved to have. I mean, there's a couple of screen grabs of it with Nick Castle getting up and dancing away. He's gone. He's gone from here. The evil is gone. Yep. This is and it's funny. I've seen people go on in some of the old chat rooms back in the day about the way this is Nick Castle. The way Nick Castle is actually laying there. That's in the shape of the thorn symbol.
I never actually noticed that.
And I'm like, people, you're really reaching now. You're really reaching now. It was not even a thought. Yeah, because the first one I had seen was the previous one was that Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I remember seeing that. I remember seeing The Talent Dread at Sundown. I remember seeing what was the other one that scared the shit out of me? I just brought up last week. Talking about the Scarecrow scared the shit out of me, but then seeing Halloween, man, that was it. That sealed the deal.
Were you like when you saw the Thorn trilogy, at least? Like my brother's buddy that kept on getting pissed off after every movie. He's like, they keep on making these endings open like this. They keep on wasting money after every movie.
Well, that's the way it is.
Spent $5. Yeah.
They need to get you back, like Jordan. Your yard needs some work.
Yeah, no shit.
So that was just
He's
some of
kind of
my
got like the
favorite ones that I put up there. Just some good. You guys want to throw some more in there, and then we'll move on to some other topics for this evening. So to stay on track. You guys can keep throwing some more in the chat.
what did I have here? Like honest one, Pat. I didn't.
Oh, yeah, what's
Terrifier
that?
3. Terrifier 3 has a cliffhanger.
That was one of the ones I was going to put on there too because I had it on my list. Yeah, because the other two Terrifiers not so much on a cliffhanger, but yeah, definitely part 3, big time.
Did you not have one of the evil
Captain
either
Morgan.
the Evil Deads? Yeah, he does. Like he fell over to the side, right, with his leg up, right?
No, like I said, I had actually a list of them, but I just ran out of time, so I wasn't able to bring up images. But yeah, Evil Dead, absolutely. Somebody brought it up in the
2.
chat earlier.
Somebody did, yeah.
Yeah.
And the TV show Ash versus Evil Dead, if they would have kept on going, because the way they left it open, like it was gonna. Oh God, I was so looking forward to them doing the Mad Max style Ash versus Evil Dead. But hey, things happen.
Good chat. Oh, you know, while we're chatting, let me
Probably.
update
What else?
this.
Oh, did you have My Bloody Valentine in there, Pat? Right?
No, did not. See, there was so many more I wanted to do, but like I said, blame my wife. I was trying to get more stuff done today, but she's like, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. I'm like,
I forgot. Did you see Brightburn? Do you remember that movie with the kid with the superhero powers, but he's evil? Did you ever see that movie?
I know the movie, but I've never seen it. I have
They're
to check
doing
it
a
out.
sequel. Oh God! Anybody in the chat seen that movie? That's a wild movie. You should watch that movie with neighbor Mike. I'd be curious to see what he thinks of that movie.
Yeah, we have a few that we put a whole list of movies together that we have to watch that he's going to hate.
I don't know, Pat. When I think of the cliffhangers, as much as a lot of people don't like Halloween 5, that was just unlike anything any of the Halloween movies had ever done before. Like he's just fucking. He's in the prison with his mask on, chained up. This guy comes out of nowhere with a Tommy gun. Might as well have been
horrible.
The Angels with Dirty Faces guy.
It's like I'll fill you
Get
full
my
away.
Tommy gun. Ralph Foodie.
Yeah, another one I want to put up all the Carpenter movies. I just ran out of time. But Prince of Darkness is another one that's great. Rolls over in the bed and sees the dead woman, and
oh yeah,
I saw that in the theater. The whole theater jumped, almost shit themselves. I remember it vividly. Everybody fucking jumping, like scared the shit out of everybody, myself included.
Or Paranormal Activity 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. Which
Even the
cliffhanger
third-
ending of Night of the Creeps do you prefer?
That's a good question, Matt.
Hmm.
I'm happy with the regular ending.
I'm okay with the OG.
normal ending.
Yeah.
The dog.
Yeah, I'm definitely okay with the OG. That Mortal Kombat at just the first movie, that was an awesome cliffhanger. Then they did Annihilation and the bullshit there that just happens there. Well, that's it. Sometimes movies shouldn't be touched. I mean, one of my favorite films I didn't even put up there because I ran out of time. Like I said, Black Christmas. He's still up in the attic. What the fuck happened to him? Until Dave McRae did his movies. You know? That's one of the biggest cliffhangers. Yeah. Like, hey, he's still up in the fucking attic. The Blob remake, yeah.
That had a big wide opening too. That's a Bill. That would be one that you would probably think of, the Blob remake. Bill's a big fan of the Blob remake. Good film.
Yeah, that was good. That was fun.
I got to grab another drink here.
Do it. Lito saw
Prince of
Darkness this year as well. I was freaking out when he went to touch the mirror and it cut to black. Yeah, exactly. Because you thought like something was going to come through the mirror, and it's just like, and you felt so bad for her because she got stuck in the mirror. Now she jumped in there to save everybody, and you feel so bad. That movie, that's such an underrated horror movie. It really, really is. But let's see. So tonight we're going to do a movie review. So we've been on this kick where most of our watch-alongs on Tuesday nights are movies that are reaching milestones, like anniversaries. So the last one that we have on the list for this month is the Amityville Horror remake of 2005 with Ryan Reynolds. And who's the hot blonde in it? I can't remember her name. Throw it in the chat. I can't. But what the hell's the hot blonde's name in the remake? I can't remember her name. I'll think of it, or somebody throw it in the chat. Hills Have Eyes 06 had a pretty decent, good one. Yeah, like I said, I just ran out of time. I would have loved to put like 20 more in there. Just didn't have the time. But so we're going to do a quick review of the Amityville Horror remake, and we'll be watching it on Tuesday night. Well, Well, I don't want to give my review now. I'll wait till we really get into it. Hey, Cryptics, what's up? I haven't seen you a bit. What's going on? What's shaking? But you guys could still throw some more in there. Melissa George. Yeah, she's definitely cute as hell. And I feel bad for him because I do remember the little sex scene that they have going on in there, and all of a sudden he's seeing this dead kid over there, which I know Jordan would not have even bothered you by no means. You would have said, "I don't give a shit." You would just kept going, as I probably would have too. See if there's anything else I'm missing here before we go into our review. Colin says Melissa George too. Yeah, I couldn't remember her name. I haven't watched it in a while. I think I maybe watched it like twice. So this is gonna be an interesting review. I'm just going by what I remember. So yeah, so let's do a quick. We're gonna do our quick movie review.
Orange creamsicle, double eye people. Look at that guy.
Ooh, that looks a bit yummy. All right, movie review time. Horror movie box. We're gonna do a quick movie review of Amityville Horror remake. So tonight, doing a review of the Amityville Horror from 2005, turning 20 years old this year for the month of April. So I'll do a quick review because I wanted to rewatch this because I haven't watched it in a while. And I didn't really hate it, but it definitely wasn't as good as the first one. I mean, it's got some cool visuals. Yeah, it's got some cool, creepy effects, especially the beginning part. I do remember the whole intro with the DeFeo murders, which was kind of cool. Who was it? Wasn't that oh God? Who's the little girl? She was good in it. Wasn't that a young Chloe Grace Moretz? Wasn't that her? As a little girl?
Is it? Hold on here. I've got it up here.
Is that her? Because I could have swore that was her. Help me on the chat because I'm trying to remember. I really tried to watch it again. I just didn't have a minute to do it. And Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, it is. You're right.
The thing with Ryan Reynolds is I didn't find him scary. Like James Brolin in the original scared me. You know, he looked more menacing and more mean. Ryan Reynolds didn't scare me.
You know what? I would say he wasn't scary, but you know what though? I took him more seriously than people probably would because he did comedies though.
Yeah, I mean it was a departure. He wasn't bad, but it just didn't scare me. Like the first one kind of scared me. I remember when I first saw the Amityville Horror, it did scare me because I was young at the time. I remember watching it for some reason. Don't ask me why. I remember it being on the TV when I was helping my mom decorate the house for Christmas. And I vividly remember like going in back in and out of the room trying to watch it and being scared of it. Don't ask me why, but that was the OG. But this one, it's got some cool, good effects. It's got some fun stuff in it. At least it wasn't a shot for shot remake. So there's parts of it I don't remember because I haven't watched it in a while. So I did want to do a little refresher before then. But I'll do whatever. I'll give it a nice refresher on Tuesday. Maybe my score will change. But for now, I'm going to give it a 6.
Yeah,
that's right. I give it a 6 out of 10. It might go a little bit higher after I revisit it, but yeah, 6 out of 10. Didn't hate it. Wasn't over the moon.
Yeah, it was a kind of a big deal around here, Pat, because a lot of it was shot here and in Lake Geneva, towards just over the border. And
oh, was I didn't know that. Wisconsin.
Yes. One of the owners of my company, who's now retired, has a summer home where the house is, and they left some of the setup when we were out on the lake. We were just tubing, and just skiing, or skiing and things. And he took me over there. He's like, "Yeah, I know you're a movie guy," so he took me to where it was shot and everything. I'm like, holy shit, it was like spot on. So,
I didn't know it was filmed in Chicago. That's cool. I didn't even know that's where it was filmed.
Yeah, a lot of interiors were shot towards our area in the Chicago suburban area. I'll say for a remake, there was stuff. Remember the high school for the Nightmare on Elm Street remake was all shot here in our area too. So I guess if there's a better remake to like, it would be this one. But,
yeah, really.
I remember liking it. I know when he's starting to get dark and everything, and when he starts coming to his senses towards the end, I fell for it. I actually didn't mind him at all. So
no, I didn't find him
scary.
I haven't
seen it since the theater.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while. I just don't remember him being scary to me. James Brolin just scared me. he was mean looking in it.
Yeah. he just that beard, right? And he just then, you had Lois Lane in it with him, right? The original.
I love this scene. Mother of God, I'm coming apart. I do that every morning when I wake up.
What's who's the wife? Melissa George, I think. Is that who it was?
Yeah, I couldn't remember. They threw it in chat. Melissa George. She was cute as all hell.
Oh hell yeah.
I mean, Margaret Kidder looked hot as hell in the OG too. God rest her soul. She was sexy as hell.
Oh yeah.
Total
I
milf.
think I'm with you. I give it a 6. I'm looking forward to checking it out again though. So.
Right. I could say, you know what? Maybe I'll give it another extra point. It all depends on.
Been 20 years, shockingly.
Yeah, 20. I didn't watch it in the theater. I watched it after the fact, so I probably saw it within that year. Hey, King Matthew, what's up, buddy? Hang out with family. Good. We're doing good tonight, man. Hang out with the family. That's awesome. Let's see.
Bill has this as his 3rd favorite Amityville movie. See, I don't know how all the rankings. How many different? If there are unofficial and official Amityville movies,
there's a lot of unofficial ones.
Funny,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, Amityville 2 is really good too. James Brolin has a more masculine facial bone structure, lends itself to being more scary. Yeah, he just did scare me. He scared me a lot in the OG when I first saw it. Oh, look at this, 7.5 out of 10. I'll see that. Jordan, Ryan Reynolds is about as scary as a box full of kittens.
But Colin brought up in the chat that movie Buried. Oh God, that movie! You just get uncomfortable. That claustrophobic.
I didn't see that.
Did you see that movie, Pat? You
No,
haven't
I
seen
didn't
that
see it.
movie?
No.
Oh God, wait till you get to the ending of that movie. You'll be like, oh Jesus. Actually, Colin, tell me if I'm wrong. That movie could have been on our shocking endings. Towards the end.
Yeah, I have to check that one out. Original movie was scary
yeah.
because of how it was inspired by an actual true story because of the murder. Yeah, because it was still fresh in everybody's mind because the book had come out in the early 70s. And that was what? That came out in OG was what, 79? That came out in 79.
We liked the second one when we watched it with Colin. I remember watching that. I'm like, man,
What's up, John?
Burt Young was really good in it. And
John, my resident Kiss fan, did you wish Ace Frehley a happy 74th birthday today?
I don't even think he knew I was in front of him when I met him the one time.
Who? Ace Frehley?
Ace Frehley.
Oh, yeah, he's always been avid. And I just rewatched a bunch of the Amityvilles, and honestly, there's only 5 worth watching. Part 2, I hadn't watched Part 2 in a long time until we did the watch along with Colin, and I was like, wow, I really like this. It's been a long time since I've seen it, and I enjoyed that.
Oh, Meg Ryan's in the 3D version of Sasha Fred? Okay.
Really? Interesting. All right, yeah. So let us know. Throw your rankings in there. Let us know what you give it out of 10, and come back on Tuesday night, 8 Eastern. We'll be watching it. And I looked to see if it's. I don't see it streaming anywhere. The only place to start streaming for free was on Tubi, so you're gonna have to deal with commercials. So it's definitely there if you want to watch it for free.
Yeah, Part 2.
Well, if you own it. So.
Yeah, Part 2's. I enjoyed Part 2. Part 2 might have my favorite poster. I remember liking that one sheet, the cover of The Obsession.
Probably got my favorite titties in it too. Going outside for a walk. Don's my John Carpenter's The Think Socks in honor of your podcast and the best cliffhangers list. Nice. Love it. Send us a picture. Come on. Mick C, another resident Kiss fan. What's up? Did you wish Ace Frehley a happy 74th birthday today? All the Kiss fans are coming out tonight. Yeah, right there. 6 out of 10.
Thank you, Mr. Rockabano.
No, thank you, Mr. Rockabano. I have to get that, put that up there too as a meme. I have to get that. I'll have to lift that from
I
Wise
guess
Guys.
We could wait till next year. It'll be 40 years next year. Because I think it's 86.
Yeah. So that is our review. Make sure you come back on Tuesday night as we watch it live. All right. So tonight we have a good top 5 tonight. Let me update my banner here. I was thinking of this last night. We talked about this. I wrote it down. We talked about this last week. So we're doing, hold on one second. Top 5 director cameos in their own films. I thought this would be fun. We talked about it last week. So, yeah, let's do our top 5 for this fine evening.
Top 5.
No, I did not get the timestamp working yet. I have to reach out to Davey and send him a private message and see if he can. I have a feeling people that are doing that are using OBS, and I just downloaded OBS. I'm just trying to figure out how to work it. I don't know if you're using it yet, Jordan. I'm playing around with it, trying to figure out how that goes, because to have like a spare window in there with something live, I have to figure it out. Damn, I'm drinking like these. Something. I always forgot how strong these are. I'm supposed to iced tea after this one, the drink, not the wrapper. Are you working tomorrow, Bill? John says age freely at 77. Who would have? No, he's at 74. Yeah, it said he's 74. Who would have believed? I think Peter Chris is 77. Who would have believed our childhood heroes would have lasted this long? We will be. I know, seriously. I mean, did you see? Not to get off on a tangent. Did you see the Peter Chris news? Peter Chris is putting out a new album with John 5, Billy Sheehan, and Paul Schaefer. That should be interesting.
The next song on our new album, or whatever.
Nice.
Nope.
Lick My Love Pump. All right. So tonight we're doing our top 5 director cameos in their own films. We brought this up because we were watching the Fog, right? Because John Carpenter was in it. The Fag.
And we also saw him in a phone booth, I think, or something in Village of the Damned.
That's right. And we saw him in the phone booth of Village of the Damned, and I forget. Yeah, B. Chris, I know he's up there. I figured he's close to 80. But yeah, I just saw it today. He's turned 74. But yeah, so the top 5 director cameos in their own films. So, and it didn't have to be horror, because I know this is the horror podcast, but I just did. So this one is one I always like, because this is a big film that we watch every holiday season, and we always enjoy this because I liked his appearance on Friends. I thought he was fun as hell. So I put for number 5 Jon Favreau in Elf, when he plays the doctor, and he's the director.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because we were big fans of him at the time, because my wife and I used to, we were hardcore watching Friends every week. And you remember he wanted to be the ultimate fighting champion when he was dating Monica. He kept getting his ass handed to him. Uh-oh, you okay? My team's out of breath. You okay?
Almost hit it out. Sorry, the other team. Getting too excited.
Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock had a ton of them, and I was like,
he was the king of cameos.
He really, to my knowledge, he was probably the king, and I think he started them all. But that's my number 5, Jon Favreau, Elf. What about you?
Mine is probably the one that I probably bring up like the most as a joke, and it's Todd Phillips in Old School. Do you remember that, Pat? Do you know what that is?
In Old School? Where was he in Old School? I mean, I've seen Old School, but I forget.
The doorbell at Juliette Lewis and Luke Wilson's house. He's like, "I'm here for the gangbang."
That's right. Holy shit, I forgot. Yeah, I haven't watched Old School in ages. Holy shit.
Oh God. Oh man, Old School rules. I'm sorry, I love it to death.
Go ahead, Cody. Yeah. I haven't watched it in so long.
Oh yeah.
Chef. Oh, Chef is good.
Jordan, Chef's a great movie. Love Chef. That's one of my wife's favorite movies.
This is coming up on my list. A few of the ones that Lito has listed there: Craven and Scream, Spielberg and Temple of Doom, Hitchcock and Psycho, Bob Clark and Christmas Story, Lucas in Episode 3. Yes, I have a few on there. Steven Spielberg and Gremlins. He didn't direct it, but he produced it. Okay, Stallone and Staying Alive. That's a good one. I bet that made Brett's list.
A lot of mine have been said, but I'm going to get there. That's why I threw the Old School one out there.
All right, so for my number 4, nobody said my number 4 yet, which I'm surprised. We just watched that not that long ago because it celebrated 40 years. John Hughes in Breakfast Club.
Jesus.
You guys remember what scene?
I'm trying to think. I should know that.
He was Anthony Michael Hall's dad, dropping him off at the school. He was in the station wagon driving.
Well, his mom drops him off. You mean it's is he dropping off Ali Sheedy maybe?
No, it was Anthony Michael Hall.
Remember, it's his mom and his sister that's at the beginning, Pat. I'm trying to think. You sure it's Anthony Michael Hall, bud?
I'm almost positive. That's why it was one of the ones I thought. Yeah, he's driving one of the kids.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was Anthony Michael Hall though.
Hold on.
picking one of them up. I don't know.
Halloween.
Anyways, I'll look it up later. Okay, so that's your number 4. My number 4 is a movie you love. It's John Landis is the squad car and the Blues Brothers, baby.
Oh wow, that's right. That's oh my god. I didn't even think of that one. That's a good one.
It's a squad
got me on
car,
that
baby.
one. Yeah, he
I'll
picks him
look
up.
it up
I'm
real
sorry, I
quick.
put him. He drops him off. He actually picks him up. I remember seeing him in the station wagon.
Okay, so that's why I was confused. Okay.
He picks him up. Yeah, that's right. Because my bad. I was thinking it's the reverse. Strike that. Reverse that. I'll do my best,
Really knocked
Wonka.
crap out of that.
Strike
one.
that. Reverse that. John Waters and Pink Flamingos.
John.
Yeah.
And John, even the cliffhanger ending to the original Planet of the Apes. Oh, damn you,
The original Planet of the
Dad.
Apes movie battle for meditating future. Yeah, I have to go back and watch the Planet of the Apes. I watched them all, the original ones. I watched them all as a kid. I guess I should go back and revisit them. John Landis getting hit by the car and smashed through the window in Piccadilly Circus in the American Werewolf in London. Yeah,
Nice.
good one. What did you have for number 4?
3?
So my number 4, like you
Oh,
said,
I
was
had
John
number
Hughes.
4 was, and mine was John Landis.
Was John Landis, correct? Gotcha. My number 3, I think Cody brought up earlier, was Martin Scorsese in Taxi Driver when he's in the taxi.
Oh, there you go.
My
Nice.
voice twin. My voice twin, apparently.
I have a feeling yours and my number 1's going to be the same. But anyways, I just said so.
There's I don't know. I think that our top 2 are going to be the same. It all depends on how we put them. Because I had a last minute flip. So
number 3 is Wes Craven in Scream, just because he's wearing Freddy Krueger outfit and a hat. It was so damn funny. Yeah,
nice.
You got to have that one on there.
Patty Scorsese. That's me.
Wasn't Scorsese's mom Joe Pesci's mom in Goodfellas? Is that what I was reading? That's his mom.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the one that says, "Stop! Don't paint any more religious pictures." Mom, I need this knife. I'll borrow it. I'll give it back.
I'm gonna go take this knife.
John Waters had a cameo rather in the remake of Hairspray. So my number, that was my number 3. So
2.
number 2. Now this was, like I said, this is where I didn't know where to put this, but it was either 1 or 2. So my number 2, because we spoke of it last week, was Father, Can I Get Paid? It was my number 2. I had to put it
because it's a lengthy cameo.
It is. It's almost like
a lengthy cameo.
Yeah, it is a lengthy cameo because I know you could have put like there's a lot of directors that
It's
don't
nice.
starred in their films, but they were like acting in it. It wasn't a cameo. That was a great cameo. And what makes it so great is that that's like his that is Carpenter to a T in real life. Can I get paid?
Yeah, it just like Father Malone's just drunk. He's just like, why don't you come in later, right?
Later tomorrow.
And his name's Bennett.
And his name's Bennett. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ryan. Alicia, what's up?
Hey, Ryan.
George Lucas in The Phantom Menace. Oh, it was Jabba the Hutt. That's right.
I think Cody brought it up, and I don't even like the movie. Just the idea that number 2 is Stallone walking down the street, runs past Travolta and staying alive.
Oh yeah.
He turns, he's got the sunglasses on. Oh god.
That is classic. No, I agree.
That's my number 2, Stallone and staying alive.
All right, so I think our number 1s are different because you said my number 1. You said Craven and Scream. I had to put that at number 1 because that just cracked me up. Because it just cracked me up. No, when Henry Winkler's like, "Oh no, not you, Fred." You see him, I'm like, that was just brilliant. Not you, Fred.
It's good stuff, right? Yeah. Well, number 1, yeah, it's Carpenter in the Fog, just the whole Bennett and wanting to get paid.
Yeah, I flipped it at the last minute because I'm like, because that was to me, not just putting Wes in there, but they just did everything right. They had them wearing the Freddy Krueger sweater, and he calls him Fred. I'm like, I have to put that at number 1.
Yeah, it's funny. You and I only had 2 repeats. That's good. It's nice to see some different stuff there.
See, Craven doesn't really have a cameo in New Nightmare, but he doesn't play himself in the movie.
That's true. Yeah.
True. Yeah. Absolutely. Stallone, yeah, he's the best. Scorsese's mom was in many of the movies, going back to Mean Streets. Yeah, she was in a few of them, right? I have to look them up because I don't remember which ones. But
I just
that's
remember
the
her
big one.
making all the food, and then she's like, "I gotta take this knife."
And then he's talking about the pictures. He's like, "Oh, this is the latest one." He say, "There's that's the dog. He's looking over here. The other dog's looking over there. He's wondering what this one's doing over there." You could buy that
And they're
print
like
now
fucking
too.
hungover drunk, aren't they? They're just like fucking. They're hurt.
Oh yeah, well they're exhausted because they're up all night long. Yeah, they're up all night partying, and that's the best. Yeah, I need this knife. I love how like they're just so nonchalant, especially when they kill Spider. Yeah, Christopher Moltisanti, future Christopher Moltisanti. And they're all just like, not about you just killed somebody. He's like, you know what? I'm tired. This time you dig the fucking hole. That's all they're worried about. Who's going to dig the hole?
It's fitting because he's so good in that and Casino, and he gets it bad in both movies, right? He just. It's fitting that he gets it. He gets some pretty nasty deaths in both movies because he's such a shithead.
True. I didn't put Tarantino in any of them because he basically is acting. He's acting in those films. It wasn't like a cameo. His appearance in Desperado is a cameo. Yeah, but it's actually exactly. It's Robert Rodriguez. Yeah, so that's our top 5 directed cameos in their own films. Throw some more in the chat if you want. Throw some more. Hit us up in the comments after the fact. Yeah, because there's a lot more. What's up?
Yeah. No, I was finish up. There is a lot more. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a lot more that we can add that we might not even know.
And we just did, and this is, I mean, we kind of stuck to like horror films. There's cameos in other films too that we didn't have to just do horror, but we tried to stick to horror. Didn't want to make it too broad based, but that's something we can always visit down the road.
It's funny, even though Stan Winston didn't really direct any of that stuff, he was in all those Marvel movies before he died. He always put himself in those.
Stephen King at the ATM and Maximum Overdrive.
Ramsey. Now I got Runaway stuck in my head. Oh, hey, Pat, because I know you know the guy. Shout out, we lost a legend in Steve Mongo McMichael. He played for the Bears and he wrestled. I know you know the name.
About that. I personally didn't know who it was, but that doesn't.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, I thought you knew him. Okay, he was part of the '85 Bears, Pat. So I know you.
Oh, was he? I mean, I remember the Bears, but I mean, I'm not a Bears fan, obviously, but of course, the one I remember is Jim McMahon, and I remember
Walter Payton, maybe
Refrigerator Perry. You remember the big ones. I don't remember him specifically, but yeah, no, still. How old was he?
I think it was his late 60s, but he had ALS, Pat, and he lasted a long time with that disease.
No, that's terrible.
And he went home hospice, and he was dead within a day. It was just, he's not hurting anymore now, though.
If I had that disease, man, I'd be, like I said, just take me out. Actually, if you want, John, if you've never seen it, check on my channel here. When Brett and I were out at the Halloween H45 convention, we did a lot of the sites from Halloween and Halloween 2 when we were walking around town. Go check it out.
Yeah, John, I think Pat and I have already discussed it, and there's a handful of us here in the chat. We're definitely gonna get more extensive our next trip out there, just because we're gonna make it a big priority. So it'll be the 50th.
Yeah, that one, I'm probably going to go out longer. I'm going to try to do like a 10-day thing, even longer, because that's the 50th. And if it's the last one, I'm going to go all out. If I'm going out happy. So I'm going to go balls out for that one. And shout out to my cousin. So my cousin came yesterday to my mother and father's burial, and he was asking about the podcast because he pops in from time to time. And he's like, when are you going to do, what did he say he was going to do? I think he asked if I was going to do the site locations for Copland, and I said I was thinking about doing it. I'm going to go do Copland because he's a police officer in Copland in Edgewater.
Yeah, man, I would, whenever I do come out there, whether if it's the Carpenter concert or not, that'd be cool to be out there with you for that. But I get it, if you did it beforehand, I wouldn't care. But it'd be cool to be out there at the same time for that.
If you can make it out for that, we could do it then. That'd be great to have you there because you can get to see the sites. So if you definitely come out, let me know. I'll wait because it's only. Well, actually, no, that's not till I mean, I almost did it one day. I was coming back from Manhattan. The reason I didn't do it is because it was a rainy, shitty day. And I'm like, it wasn't worth doing it that day. Otherwise, I would have had it done already. Because I had an easy day. I got to work early in Manhattan. I'm like, I should go do it. And actually, when I left Manhattan, it was sunny, and all of a sudden, by the time I got over the George Washington Bridge, it was horrible. It was raining. It was just shitty. I'm like, forget it.
Yeah, be
But
good.
yeah, if you want to do
even
that,
out to,
that'd be awesome.
yeah, and going out to California too. Like if Lido, like we'll be able to see Lido a bit more. We didn't really get to see that. We went out. We saw him at the con, but sure, be nice to do something else with Lido, or even Matt too. Be cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. And my buddy Pat, I'll meet up with my buddy Pat again.
Oh yes, Pat with Dick Warlock.
Bon Jovi.
Still the greatest picture.
I'm just doing this right now. Hold on 1 second. So, yeah. So, John's asking where can you find the video? I'm throwing it in the chat right now. So this is a video. So when we did the Horror's Hollow Ground tour with Sean Clark, we hit a lot of the sites in Halloween 1 and 2, and a couple other sites from various other films. So go check it out. It was a lot of fun, and you'll see a lot of Dick Warlock, who played Myers in Halloween 2, because he was actually on our bus with us, as was Spencer Charno from Ice Nine Kills, and Sean Clark, of course. Awesome. Thanks. I appreciate it.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeedy.
Mom passed away a year ago. Dad's been gone 15 years, but we finally got a headstone, and we buried their ashes, had a nice little ceremony. So now they have a nice little place, and everybody was at the thing yesterday. Like, they're like, "Isn't this Kathy's father?" I said, and his wife. I said, "Yeah," because so my father-in-law is right in front, and my parents are right behind. So it's like they're all hanging out together.
No kidding. Oh,
That's why we jumped at it, because Kathy said, she's like, after we had our Father's Day, we were looking for a spot, and she's like, wait a second, they just said there's a spot right behind my father and wife, so we bought it right away. Yeah, you see a lot of Dick. There's a lot of Dick in that video. You see a lot of Warlock. And this was from that. Where is it? It was from here. Shout out to our friends David Moore and his wife who gave us this video. This was actually Dick Warlock
good.
on that
So good. Here you
on
go.
that trip, because he does like to
with the girl
check out the
in front
chick. He likes to check out the chicks. Hold on, so I'm trying to find it. I know it's still here. I think it's still here. I don't think I took it down.
Ooh.
Where is it? Did I take it? Maybe I did. No, here it is.
All right.
Dirty Dick. I have it labeled as Dirty Dick.
Dirty Dick.
Hey, Michelle, what's going on? So yeah, well, we're on schedule because, like I said, tonight, if you guys aren't, we're gonna go hop over to Davey Deathray's channel at 10 p.m. Eastern and go check out what, because he's gonna be doing a watch along of Major League. So we're gonna have fun with that. So yeah, all we have left is we can do. This is some new items that Brady got in this. I have nothing new. I haven't really bought anything since last.
Yeah, this is the last couple of weeks too. So
yeah, I've been. Hold on, let me go back to the beginning of this stuff real quick. All right, so he picked up the Christmas balls, which was the last thing I added to my collection. There's a few things I've been meaning to get. I just haven't had a chance to. So Brett bought some new balls, some big balls.
New balls. And that black thorn hat, I got that for like 75 or so. It was really cheap on Fright Rag's website.
Oh, I didn't even see that. If it was really cheap, I would have picked it up.
Oh yeah, because I didn't show that from C2E2. Yeah, I got added Emilio Estevez. Told him how much I love the movie.
So now who's on there? Charlie Sheen and Emilio? Anybody else?
And just Emilio, and that's it. Yeah, just them two. Just leave it.
You never got
even though we love Keith David in that movie.
Keith David, you never got Keith David on there, huh?
I have a separate thing with Keith David on it, actually.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah, I love that movie. We all love that movie.
Bill got his hands on the Curse of Michael Myers NECA figure from Target. Nice. Yeah, I do have one. So I'm assuming we're going to be seeing an unboxing video. Awesome. And you also got Dress to Kill signed by Nancy Allen.
My signatures. Nancy Allen, and I already had Angie Dickinson on it. That's actually my father's, but yeah, I got that signed for him. I was like, I'll show that because Angie Dickinson doesn't really do too much anymore. She's up there in age, and Nancy Allen, what a sweetheart.
Man's fries. And we're still pissed off that you didn't take any pictures.
And I got this from one of my connections. That's my full-size Big Lebowski poster. He was doing screenings of Big Lebowski in Santa Barbara in LA last week, and I sent my poster out there, and he got it signed for me. So very reputable person. So Can't wait to get
That's
John
cool.
Goodman on that. Going to mail it into a consignment company for John Goodman here in a couple weeks too. So, yeah,
Very cool.
yeah,
New
did good.
stuff, yeah.
Thank you for showing us.
So that's the new stuff. We'll do a quick collectible spotlight, and then maybe we'll take a little bit breather before we go watch Davey Death Ray. Stay on track. And you actually had your collectible spotlight, so I'll bring it up. Actually, I'll show.
Yeah.
I think I'll show my collectible spotlight intro one last time because I'm thinking I'm going to take it down and do a new one this week because the collectible spotlight is actually my collection in its old habitat.
Oh, cool.
So let's see it one last time before I do it. So collectible spotlight for this evening. So for those who don't know, like I said, go check out Davey Death Ray's channel tonight. He's doing a watch along of Major League, and in honor of that, there's Brady's Major League stuff. Ricky Vaughn jersey.
Yeah.
Just
and
outside.
I had an 8x10 of Tom Berenger and Corbin Burnson in there signed with that jersey, and then I've got all of them on that poster on the other side with our own Charles Cyphers on there as well. And Harris, I forgot the actor's name. I should know. Chelsea Ross, the actor's name.
So you get a real nice shot of the H5 Zuckerberg mask in the intro. Yeah, I should have some time this week. I got to do it there. John says, I'm there with you and your parents. My dad's been gone since 14, mom 20, 23. Oh, that sucks, dude. Hey, man, you got friends here, and he hit me up anytime, brother. Believe me, I'm sure we ever got together and chatted, but we could talk Kiss for fucking days. Yeah, I tell everybody it's. I mean, a lot of people have since lost both of their parents. When you lose both of them, it definitely things just definitely change. It feels weird.
They do.
Not to get too sentimental, but I didn't get a chance to take a picture because, like I said, my wife had me working today. But I was grabbing this. I don't know if I ever showed this. Did you ever get this? This Myers plastic cup?
I don't think I got that cup. Which one was that?
It's so I got it on eBay. It's from Creepy Company. It says Creepy Company and the Music Box Theater. I think it was.
That's where I go see the classic movies in Southport by Wrigley Field, Pat. I think
So
I took you past that. That's where I saw.
Somebody was selling it, so maybe they were sponsoring it. Maybe a version of it. That's what I'm thinking of.
Fuck, I should probably look for that because that's the Creepy Co's a Chicago-based company, so it's not a surprise.
So it says Halloween and Michael Myers.
Did you just get that?
No, I've had it for a while, but I was looking for something. I'm like, I don't think I've ever shown this before. So it popped up on eBay, and I'm like that, and it was a reasonable price. I'm like, that's a cool cup, and I really haven't seen it since. And so it says Music Box Theater. So I'm assuming Creepy Company in conjunction with Music Box probably put it out. Maybe you got it when you went to see the film there. That's what I think you think of.
Movie.
Yeah, but you should look for it. It's a nice cup. So that's my collectible spotlight for this evening. Put it back up there.
Nice.
All right.
Nice,
So we hit everything. So we did hit everything to this fine evening tonight. Actually, they know that. You're right, Bill. They did. Creepy Company did shut down.
Did
I remember that.
Yeah.
They shut down, but they left it ambiguous. Speaking of cliffhangers, they said something like they might be back. So I don't understand. They did say they shut down, but they said they might be back. So maybe there's.
I thought I remember us talking about that, right?
Yeah, it was very ambiguous the way they put it. Like they said they might be back. So maybe they have financial issues. Maybe they will open up the brand back again. Maybe they'll just sell the brand because it's a pretty well-known name rather in the circles of collecting. Somebody might pick it up. But you're right, Bill. I forgot about that.
The big thing were those area rugs. They were big into those area rugs.
Well, that's it. Because I remember when I found out because I went to pick up a new one because the one rug that they have, fucking one of the dogs took a shit on it. So I was going to get a new one. And I was going to put it on my wife's tab. So then when I saw it was closed,
your wife's tab?
Fucking A right. I didn't want any dogs. She wanted the dogs and they shit on my fucking carpet. Like that's going right on the wife's tab.
Real dog of genius.
Real man of genius. We should bring that back and do something with that. That was funny.
Oh, it's good stuff, right?
Yeah, so that's it for tonight. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here.
Yeah, we had a good time, Pat.
Get clean. Oh, I did. I just I cleaned it up as best. You wouldn't even know. I did go crazy cleaning it up, but I was basically fishing for a free one because of what happened. I was like, you're buying a new one. It's on your tab. I did clean it up, so you wouldn't even know. But that's why if you ever notice, like if you ever see the dogs here, I put down blankets over everything because I figure if they want to do anything, they go on the blanket because they love carpet. Anybody's got a dog, they love carpet. They just see it, they think it's grass. They're like, woohoo, get a load of me. And they're like, just peeing, they'll poop. Especially these little two rat bastards. Bill has a super cool Halloween ringer shirt from Creepy Company that I used to use as a pajamas. Oh, I have the pajamas. You have the pajama tops? I have two sets of the pajamas from Creepy Company.
I have the pajamas from them. Yeah.
Well, there were two different styles, and I have two sets of each because I bought them to wear them, and then I bought them to put them away. I never even wear them. I forgot about them. I should take them out. So you could be absolutely. You could easily be sleeping in dog shit next month. Well, if you want to sleep on the floor in here, that's my afraid of. Like, when he comes here to visit, I'm afraid I'm going to wake up the next day and he's going to be like laying in the middle of the Halloween room, like naked, like all over the collectibles.
Naked.
So yeah, so we're going to get the hell out of Dodge and we're going to go take a little breather. If you guys want, we'll probably be in the chat over Davey's channel. We'll be back on Tuesday night for our 20th anniversary watch long of the Amityville Horror remake, hitting 20 years. So I'm looking forward to revisiting it. It's been a minute since I've seen it. Anything else going on here on the channel? Oh, and keep an eye out. More than likely next Friday or Saturday, we'll talk to Bill. We'll figure out what day we're going to do it. We'll be doing picking up with our Tales from the Dark Side watch longs. I already wore the shirt. I already popped my cherry, put the shirt on tonight.
I'm saving mine for our evening, whenever.
And what else do I have? And probably next day or two, I already finished my latest ranking video, my top 10 albums of 1990. So I'll be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming out. It was a good one. Yeah. It was another fun year. And actually, I went back and watched it, and I did better than I thought because I kind of did it when I had a bit of a buzz.
Nice.
That's weird. Of course, the screen must be telling us to go away because it just froze there for a second. I'm like, what the hell?
It did?
Yeah, so on that note, so you hang out. We'll say our quick goodbyes. Everybody, thanks. Hit that like button on the way out. If you're not subscribed, what the fuck is wrong with you? Hit it. Touch it.
We're back. We're back in normal times here now.
When you touch it, it makes it grow, makes it swell. And we'll be back on Tuesday night. And that's it. So everybody have a great week ahead of you, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Later.